This video is sponsored by 5CBD. Overwatch's new perks are here, and some of them are completely busted. From game-breaking buffs to abilities that completely change how heroes play, let's break down the most overpowered perks in Overwatch. Mr. Fister himself is the owner of our first broken perk. He can already be a menace, but this new Power Matrix Major perk might just make him unstoppable. Power Matrix allows Doom's power block to absorb projectiles for the first second of its duration. Giving Doom a 1-second parry is as busted as it sounds. Now when Ana shoots her sleep dart at me, bam, power block. Nade, power block. Javelin, power block. You get the point. The thing that really pushes this perk to the limit and what elevates it to busted status is the fact that all the damage taken in the first second, the damage that's absorbed, is still charging Rocket Punch. I can't think of anything Doom would want more than a parry, except maybe a second gauntlet. But Doom isn't the only tank getting some serious sustain. D.Va's major perk, Shield System, converts 150 of her health to shields. And if that wasn't terrifying enough on its own, Defense Matrix restores shields based on 25% of the damage it absorbs. D.Va was already in a very healthy spot, she always has been, but this takes her to another level. D.Va's basically immortal now. Good luck even scratching her mech, let alone taking her out of it. She's gonna be living in your backline rent-free. Then you pair this with her minor perk that gives her overhealth when she comes out of her mech, and I'm not sure she'll ever die again. A very clear winner in my opinion. Now moving on from the 21-year-old professional gamer to the mentally insane 64-year-old astrophysicist, Sigma's major perk, Levitation, allows him to, you guessed it, levitate. Yay, just what Sigma needed, mobility. Look, the levitation is super slow, but letting Sigma of all people get the high ground is just criminal. Sigma's floating around like a deranged Mary Poppins, raining down rocks from angles you never thought possible. Prepare for the sky to literally fall. I think there's no way it can be anything but broken. I can't wait to be playing Reinhardt, to look up at Sigma floating above me, to block his rock with my shield, only to get slept by the self-nanoed Ana on his team. Coming in with even more sustain, Winston's major perk, Revitalizing Barrier, is an incredibly versatile and powerful tool at our favorite monkey's disposal. Revitalizing Barrier allows Winston's bubble to heal all allies, including himself, within it for 30 HP per second. That's 250 HP of healing. That's absurd. Even if it doesn't help Winston stay alive longer, which it definitely will, healing a Tracer or Genji for 30 HP a second while they come in with you for the dive is broken. Just to put it in perspective, Lucio's Crossfade heals for 16 HP a second. So you basically have 2 Lucios healing you and your allies on every dive for free. From one scientifically enhanced animal to another, Wrecking Ball's Hang Time perk is incredibly annoying. It lets Piledriver wind up longer, Hammond gains air control, and it deals up to 50% more damage. It doesn't sound too great on paper. Okay, so 50% more damage, who cares? But in-game, it's brutal because it kind of counters one of the better ways to deal with Hamster, which is to ignore him. But when he's doing 150 damage instead of 100, it's really hard to pretend he isn't there. I'd expect to see a lot of them this season, or at least until they do a balance pass on these perks. Okay, so a few of the tanks have some really game-breaking perks, but what about the DPS? Alright, listen. If you're anything like me, you've had those long gaming sessions where you just need to chill. But you don't want to be out of commission like you just got hit by a Cassidy flashbang. RIP, by the way. That's where 5CBD's high-potency gummies come in. I've smoked a lot in the past, but I don't anymore, and let me tell you, these gummies, they hit just right. I felt great, and it wasn't overwhelming. And the best part? No hassle, no sketchy trips, no weird aftertaste, just a smooth, legal, and convenient way to unwind. Whether you need a boost of energy with Surge, a balanced vibe with Vibes, or just want to chill out without turning into a sleeping roadhog, these gummies have you covered. Plus, they're vegan, made with natural ingredients, and third-party tested. So you know you're only getting the good stuff. And right now you can get a free sample pack, just pay shipping. But you have to be 21 or older to order. Hit the link in the description and try them out for yourself. I promise you won't be disappointed. Our first busted DPS perk is actually 2 perks. Both Ashe's major perks, Viper's Sting, which says hitting 2 consecutive scope shots on target deals 25 extra damage and reloads 2 ammo, and Airburst, which causes Dynamite to have a 40% increased detonation radius while airborne and refunds 3 ammo when thrown, are just crazy. Ashe's biggest weakness is that she has a smaller magazine and has to make each shot count. Now, each shot just counts for itself, effectively giving her infinite ammo with Viper's Sting. With Airburst, you can really abuse Death Ball team comps, charge Bob insanely fast, and oh yeah, you get more ammo. Either one is incredibly powerful. But I mean, come on, having infinite ammo? Do I really need to say anything else? Infinite ammo? What about infinite health? Well, with Bastion, you can. Kinda. Bastion's major perk, and yes, there will be a mention of a few minor perks in this video, Bastion's major perk Self-Repair just brings back his old self-heal. It says, press E to rapidly heal yourself, and when they say rapidly, they mean it. You can out-heal a lot of things. Like, I saw a clip on Reddit today of Bastion out-healing Zarya's beam. It's pretty strong. Now, this might be more impactful in lower ranks where coordinated dives are less common, but even at higher levels, that's a lot of healing to chew through. With that being said, there's no denying that Cassidy's Quick Draw minor perk might just be the strongest minor perk in the game, regardless of rank. It says, fan the hammer shots are individually controlled and can crit for 50% more damage. What does that mean exactly? Well, you can use Fan the Hammer, but each bullet can be individually fired and aimed. They still have a lot of spread on them, but the difference in accuracy is insane. And then, of course, the 50% extra crit damage. It's so good, it feels like it should be a major perk. Then you can combine it with Gunslingin', his major perk, where getting crits with your primary fire reduces the cooldown on combat roll. And now you're firing way more bullets that are way more accurate than they used to be. It takes some practice to get in the rhythm, but when you do, it's very strong. This next perk is diabolical. Mei's major perk, Biting Cold, makes me want to bite broken glass and chew it thoroughly. Biting Cold causes Mei's secondary fire hits to slow enemies by 15% for 1.5 seconds, stacking up to 30%. If you're a tank, which often I am, this means you're perma-slowed. This is so obnoxious, it's ridiculous. Coupled with either of her minor perks, it just turns her into a CC zoning monster. I love Mei. She's a little demon, but even I can't condone this level of evil. While Mei's major perks likely won't make her dominant, Sojourn on the other hand, I expect to see her in every lobby, and I have so far, especially in higher tiers of play. She was a great pick before the perks, but now she's an insta-lock. Her major perk, Adhesive Siphon, makes her disruptor shot stick to enemies, and she generates charge from the disruptor damage. I can't wait to eat constant railgun spam because she's always going to have one ready to melt your face. All of her perks seem strong though, so again, be ready to see her everywhere. But while Soj is about consistent damage now, Soldier 76 is getting a burst of power with his new perk, Stim Pack, which allows Biotic Field to be used as a stim pack, increasing his attack speed and reload speed by 30% while being unhealable for 4 seconds. The amount of damage he can lay down now is oppressive. Soldier can often have some difficulty securing kills, but with the Stim Pack, you can watch your enemies fold like a soggy cardboard box. Don't take any damage, okay? Okay, and next is Tracer. Tracer, major perk, flashback, recall, restores all blink charges. Okay, that's it. This is the most broken perk in the game. I can't believe they thought this would be fine. Tracer's major perk flashback restores all of her blinks when she recalls. Do you have any idea the kind of wanton destruction a Tracer with all those blinks can wreak? Granted, you have to actually be good at Tracer, which I totally am. I just never play her because I don't want to do that to the enemy team. Anyway, Tracer's broken, enough said. And now, the moment some of you have been waiting for. Support. Ana's busted. She's broken. Forget what I said about Tracer. Ana might just be the strongest hero in the entire game right now. Every single one of her perks is fantastic. Her major perk, Headhunter, lets her crit enemies with her rifle, and her other major perk literally doubles her ultimate. Strike makes it so that when she nanos a teammate, she also nanos herself. Who else got a free double ultimate on this list? Oh, it was no one? Crazy. Someone at Blizzard must love Ana. No doubt she gets hit in the next balance patch. Not all supports got great perks like Ana. Well, No one got as great of perks as Ana, but I think Bap made it out alright. His Assault Burst major perk is a DPS Bap's dream come true. Regenerative Burst grants Baptiste 20% attack speed for 4 seconds, but no longer instantly heals. You don't need instant healing if the enemies are all dead, silly. Good luck diving Bap now. You're gonna need that healing Winston bubble if you want to stand a chance. But if Bap's best buddy Brig is right next to him, you might as well stay in spawn. When you combine her minor perk Morale Boost, which lets Inspire last 3 seconds longer when activated by Whip Shot, with her Quick Fix major perk, which lets her repair packs heal additional health to critical health allies, you have an immortal backline. No immortality field required. The better designed perks are the ones that let you do new things and enable you to play differently. Briggs just make her even better at the things she was already good at. That being putting her big mace on my Cyborg Ninja forehead. Okay, so Brig had 2 good perks, but surely there wouldn't be a second support who has 3 busted perks, right? PARRY has a lower win rate in low tier lobbies because we're all scrubs down here, but if you can play Kiri, you're about to get even better. Both her minor perks, Urgent Care, healing a Fuda projectile speed is increased by 50% when seeking critical health allies, and Fortune Teller, kunai hits launch 2 healing a Fuda to an ally in front of you, are great. And her major perk, Shuffling, Swift Step can be used again within 4 seconds of its initial cast, is just crazy. Now she can either save her near-dead teammates. I don't know how many times I've watched my little Fuda float through the air only to arrive to a corpse. Or she can go full DPS Kiri and passively heal her team while she dinks tracers halfway across the map. Do I even need to explain why Shuffle is busted? Like, I feel like I could show that to a Marvel Rivals player and even they'd understand it. Assuming they're not too busy tweeting about how Rivals will be the end of Overwatch. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's just jokes. Kinda. So, which of these perks do you think needs a nerf ASAP? Let me know in the comments, and if you need to relax after a frustrating match with these overpowered perks, check out the gummies in the description below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in-game.